The clinking of silverware against fine china, once a familiar symphony to our seemingly perfect life, now felt off-key. Tonight, the melody was discordant. We were dining at the Gilded Lily, a restaurant chosen by my wife Clara for its sophisticated ambience, a place where even the butter was sculpted into swans, and the prices made my wallet ache. Our closest friends, Omar and Nora, who had known us since college, sat with us, along with Clara's business partner, Damien. He was a slick-haired, always grinning man who, for the past 6 months, had become an irritating hum in the background of my life. What began as a casual mention of a collaboration turned into late nights at the office, and a noticeable shift in Clara's attention that felt like a gaping silence between us. Tonight, Clara was particularly effusive. "Damien, tell them about the Johnson account," she said, resting her hand possessively on his forearm. I watched, my stomach churning, as Damien eagerly launched into a boastful explanation of their supposed success. Omar and Nora tried to engage me, but my responses were stiff, my gaze drawn to Clara's eyes sparkling at Damien's every word. It was all a performance, a show where I was the silent, unwitting audience. "She's right," Clara said, her smugness creeping in. "Damien just gets business. And his connections? Endless." She beamed, her smile now a stranger to me. I forced a smile of my own, a mask I'd worn so many times recently that it had become a part of me. As Damien droned on about projected profits, Clara pulled out her new phone, a sleek, rose gold monstrosity that had replaced her old one, which she claimed had been accidentally broken. I couldn't prove it, but I suspected it had been deliberately discarded. "Oh, I just have to show you the concept boards Damien created," she said, holding the phone up as if it were the Holy Grail. The subtle digs, the open affection for another man, and the way she made me feel invisible, it had all been too much. A slow burn of uncertainty and heartache. But beneath the passivity, a quiet rage had been building, waiting for the moment to break free. That moment was now. "Actually, Clara," I said, my voice startlingly calm amidst the chatter, "I have something to show everyone, too." The table fell silent. Damien's monologue cut short. Clara's hand froze mid-swipe on her phone. All eyes turned toward me, some curious, others with a flicker of apprehension. I reached into my jacket pocket and pulled out a USB drive. "I found this in your old purse," I said directly to Clara, my gaze unwavering. Sweat trickled down her temple, her face draining of color. I plugged the drive into my phone, and the screen projected onto the wall behind them. A series of grainy photos appeared. But they were unmistakably clear. Clara and Damien, not in the office, but in a small, discreet motel on the outskirts of town, kissing passionately, entwined in each other's arms. The photos kept coming, more intimate, more damning than the last. A collective gasp filled the room. Clara's eyes went wide with a mixture of panic and disbelief. "That's not what it looks like," she stammered, her voice trembling. I stood there, no longer invisible, holding all the cards. "Oh, Clara," I said, my voice cold and sharp now. "It's exactly what it looks like." I paused, my anger simmering. "I also found emails, text messages, and a detailed breakdown of your business trips to that lovely establishment." I gestured toward the projected images. "You've been lying to me for months." Tears welled up in her eyes, but it was too late for tears. She had made her choice, repeatedly, and I was done playing the fool. "For us," she pleaded, her voice cracking. "For us?" I laughed bitterly. "You were too busy chasing success, and this pathetic excuse for a man to remember anything about our marriage, about me?" I turned to Omar and Nora, their faces marked with shock and sadness. "I'm sorry you had to witness this," I said softly. "I didn't want to involve you, but I had to set the record straight." Damien, finally finding his voice, tried to intervene. "Look, man, this is all a misunderstanding." I cut him off with a fierce look, silencing him instantly. "You," I said, my eyes locking on his, "are the lowest form of human scum. A coward, a homewrecker, a parasite. You disgust me." Turning back to Clara, I said the words that had been building up inside me for months. now spoken with finality. I want a divorce. I've already spoken to a lawyer. You'll be hearing from them. I grabbed my phone and the USB stick, a wave of melancholy washing over me, but also a profound sense of liberation. I had exposed her for the liar she had become. I was finally free. I'm leaving, I said, my voice steady. I'll see you both in court. I turned and walked away, not looking back. Behind me, I heard the muffled sobs of Clara and the pathetic stammerings of Damien, but they no longer mattered. My focus was on the future, a future without lies, without deceit, and without a marriage that had died long ago. I stepped out into the cool night air, breathing deeply. The clinking silverware and hollow laughter of my past faded into the background, replaced by the calm of my new reality. The world had come crashing down around her, but for the first time in a very long time, I felt at peace.